Hello, welcome back. I'm Andreas Chat, your tech-curious web designer. In this video, I will show you how to upgrade a Django project to the latest version of Django, as well as all the other dependencies. It is recommended to keep Django up to date to make sure that the latest bugs and security fixes are included in your code. Django has a new release roughly every 8 months, and you can check out the latest version on the official Django website. Let's check it out. So this is the official Django website on djangoproject.com, and here we can see that the latest Django release is 5.0.1, while I am still using Django 4.2 in my project. Now let's check out what's new in this version. We can go here to the release notes. Here we can see the latest release notes has a bunch of bug fixes from the 5.0 version, so let's check that one out. So this was a major release on December 4th, 2023. And it's a good practice to just quickly glance over the changes on major updates to see if we have to implement any code changes. It states here the Python compatibility. So it supports Python 3.10, 3.11 and 3.12. I am using 3.11 in my project, so we're still good on that front. So on this page you can find a lot of information about this upgrade and what's new, with also some code examples. So here, for example, we have an update how form fields can be rendered. Then we have a new default parameter for our database and a bunch of other stuff. But it looks like our code should still work without any issues. The good thing about Django is that it has a strong backward compatibility. That means older versions of Django code often work with the newer versions, and rarely you need to make code changes. There is also a release graph on this website. Let's go back to the download page. So if we scroll down here, we can see here this graph. This graph outlines the major releases of Django. And as we can see, in 2024, we are at version 5 now, and the next one is 5.1 in August. Alright, now let's jump into the code and let's upgrade. So to check which Django version we're using at the moment, we type in a terminal here, Python -m for module, Django --version, and enter. And we see here we're using version number 4.2. We can also check for all the dependencies in our project if they are outdated. And for this we write pip list -o. Here the O stands for outdated. So it gives me here a list of outdated packages. As we can see here, we're using Django 4.2. But Django 5.0.1 is available. Alright, let's upgrade all those packages now to the latest versions. First I will rename my requirements.txt file to keep it as a backup for now. So I rename it to requirements_old. I also quickly update pip. So pip install --upgrade pip. Then I create a new requirements.txt file now with pip freeze, then the greater than symbol, and then requirements.txt. Now we created a new updated requirements.txt file with the current versions. But to get the newest versions fetched from the internet, we first need to get rid of the current ones. We could do this manually, but as programmers we should aim to automate repetitive tasks as much as possible. So let's write a script to do that for us. So I'm creating here a scripts folder. So in the project root, I create a folder scripts. And in here I make a new file, remove_versions.py. Okay, and here we write our script. So the tasks are open the requirements.txt file, change the lines, and then overwrite the file. With this line, we open the file in the read mode. That's what the R stands for. Then we read all the lines from the file with the readLines function and store them in the lines variable as a list. Then we refactor them into new lines now. So lines equals. Here we're using a list comprehension, which creates basically a new list from an existing list. So with the line in lines, we iterate through each line in the list, and X stands here for the modifier. Alright, let's add the logic now. So line.split and in parentheses the double equal sign. So here I'm splitting the line into two strings, using the double equal sign as the separator. So in this example here, from the string Django equals 4.2, we will get a list with a Django string and a 4.2 string. And to get only the first value, we would write 0 in square brackets, which stands for the first element in a list. And then I'm also adding the new line character to create a new line. So plus, backslash, and n. Okay, this is our line. So it's looping here through all the lines of this document and create a new list with only the names of the packages. And then we take the existing file again and open it in the write mode, meaning we replace the current content with new content. And then we're using the writeLines method, which writes a list of strings to a file. Alright, that's it. Let's save this file. And to run this code, we simply click the play button on top here. Okay, this is already done. Let's check out our file. And as we can see, all the versions are now removed. So if we call a package now from the internet, this will give me now the latest version of this package. Okay, now let's upgrade our current packages with the latest versions. And for this we write pip install -r for requirements, then the file itself, and then --upgrade. And there we go. It is upgrading now all the packages in our project. Alright, let's run the pip list again. So pip list -o. And we can see we have only one item left now in this list. All the other packages were successfully upgraded. Okay, let's upgrade these setup tools then as well. So with pip install --upgrade setup tools. Okay, now all our packages are upgraded. Now let's update our requirements.txt file. Pip freeze greater than symbol and requirements.txt and enter. And as we can see, our file has now the latest versions added. For example, our Django version is now 5.0.1. Okay, now it's the time for the big reveal if our application still works. So I'm starting up the server with python manage.py run server. But as we can see, we ran into an error, and it has to do with the Allauth package. And Django can't find its middleware. Now I'm aware that there was an update to the Allauth package since I started this project. So let's look into this in more detail and resolve any issues. So first let's add this middleware to our list. So I'm copying this line here and add it to my settings file in the core folder. Here I'm going to my middleware. Here it is. I'm adding this line now. So in quotes, the allauth.account.middleware.account middleware. Okay, save this file. Now we have a different warning here. So we have unapplied migrations. This has also to do with the Allauth package. So let's migrate, shut down the server, and Python manage.py migrate. Okay, and now let's start the server again. Python manage.py run server. Alright, now all seems to work. Let's check it out. So I go to my localhost, :8000. Okay, the site is up and running. It looks good so far, but let's do some testing now. So I'm going here to login. And I can see here already some issues. So the styles are a bit all over the place. And also we have 2 forgotten password links, telling me that something with the Allauth package needs to be fixed. So first, let's check out the new Allauth templates. So we go to our VNV folder, here to the library, then to the Allauth folder, and here to templates. And here I can see a new folder added to this package, the Allauth folder, which didn't exist before. And here we have now elements and layouts. And we can see that the base.html file is now stored in the layouts folder, not more in the accounts folder as before. So to be up to date with the latest version of this package, I will copy now these 2 new folders to my template folder and replace my old account folder there. So I copy those 2 folders now and go to my templates folder. This is my old account folder, so I rename this folder now. So I rename it to _old. Okay. And now I paste the new folders in here. So I have my new account folder and my new Allauth folder. Okay. Next, I will update the new base.html file and integrate it into my project. So I copy what I have in my old base.html file into the new one. Copy those lines and go to the Allauth folder, here layouts, then to the new base.html file and swap this code out. Like that. Okay, save this file and let's check out what we have so far. I refresh the page and great, the issue with the 2 password links disappeared. Now let's look into the styling of this page. So for this I will make a few CSS adjustments. I'm going to my tailwind.css file. So in my static folder, CSS and Tailwind CSS. Then I'm looking for my form element. So I want to display the label and the input field now vertically, instead of positioning them side by side. So I will just simply delete this entire flex declaration. And also where I define the width of the label. Okay, save this file. And whenever we make CSS changes, let's run the Tailwind script to update the style.css file. So I'm open up a new terminal window here, navigate into the node folder, so cd node, and then run the Tailwind script. So npm run Tailwind. Okay, now we can go back and check the website. I've refreshed the page. Nice. As we can see, these elements are laid out now vertically. That's what I wanted. Let's also add some space between the input field and the password link here. So at the bottom of this file, I will just make a section of all the Allauth styles. Okay. So for this I create a new class, the Allauth class, which I will add to the page in a second. Then we select here the helper text class, which is already part of the form element and targets the password link. And I apply here Tailwind CSS classes to create a top margin. Okay, Save this file. As next, I will add the Allauth class to all my Allauth pages, and I will do that with a block element. So let's go to our base.html file and include here a block element to add CSS classes to the main template. So I call this block class and end block, and the class I would like to add here is Allauth. Okay, and I will apply now the same block to my main base.html file. So I'm going to my base.html file here, and I'm adding this block to the body element. I like that. Save this file. Okay, let's check it out on the page. So I refresh, and there we go. We have a space here now. Great. To make the links look like links, I will add an underline. With this declaration, okay, save this file. Let's have a look. And there we go. This page looks good now. Let's test to log in. Okay, I successfully signed in with this user. Great. Let's test now to create a new account. I log out and sign up. Now on this page I would like to hide those 4 lines, which just list the restrictions when creating a password. But for that we already display error messages, so I rather keep this page as clean as possible. So here I'm targeting the UL element on the specific sign up form element, and I basically just hide it. However, this would hide also our error warnings. So I'm adding here another CSS declaration and show this UL element when the class error list is applied. Alright, save this file. Let's have a look. I refresh the page and the lines are hidden now. Then I also want to get rid of this password again label here because we don't need it. Like that. And I'm also applying a margin bottom to this element. Okay, let's save this file and check it out. Yes, looking good now. Okay, let's do a test and sign up a new user. First, I will sign up with an existing user to test the error messages. Okay, sign up. Very good. The error messages are showing up. Let's create now a new account. So user 11 and password. Alright, a new user is created. However, I expect it to be redirected to the edit profile page. Let's add this redirect now to the header.html file. So I'm going to my includes folder, to header.html. Here I'm going to my sign up link, and here I'm adding the next parameter. So question mark next equals, this is telling Django to which page to go after signing up. And here we add the URL for our onboarding page, which is this URL here. Okay, save this file. I will delete this user now and try again. Okay, account is deleted. Let's sign up again. Great, I got redirected to this complete your profile page. Let's add a profile image. Let's call this user Fred and submit. Okay, this all seems to work. Let's also test now to create a new post. I find the image on Flickr. Let's go with the sheep. copy the URL, paste it here, and add a caption. And submit post. Alright, there they are. Now, in case we have written some tests, we should run them as well. So I shut down the server, and I run python manage.py test. Great, all my 4 tests passed and were successful. Okay, we are done. Django and all the other dependencies are now up to date. Awesome. As last, let's clean our project and delete the outdated files and folders. So I'm deleting the old requirements.txt file, as well as the old account folder. Alright, that's it. This is all for this video, and the sheep and I appreciate very much your time with us. If you like this kind of content, consider subscribing to this channel, and please leave a comment down below to help out with the YouTube algorithm. Thank you so much. Until next time, stay curious, my friends. Bye bye for now.